And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheaplets. How you guys doing? It is Thursday night. That means the leaks are upon us. Now, granted, they are not as exciting as yesterday's leaks, if you want to call them that, because I'm not even sure if those are realistically things that we're going to be seeing in the near future. But knowing 2K, I'm sure they're pretty accurate. So let's go into the leaks we've seen thus far. Obviously, we're probably going to get one at 7 that's going to be like tighter than all the rest of them, but honestly, what we've seen thus far really isn't that tight. So, I mean, I'm going to go over it. It's tight for me, but let's start with my boy Scott Pollard. First off, look at this man. My man had the bleach blonde Everlast hair with just the most intense. Is that a soul patch or is that a shovel? I don't know what that is. Shout out to my boy Scott Pollard. I'm gonna go look at him in a second. I'm gonna go see what's up with Scott Pollard. Like, I'm kind of curious. Hold on, let me just see if he's kind of tight. Look at this thing. What is on his face? Yeah, Scott Pollard's really not that tight. He has set shot 1. Actually, I like that release. God, my boy Kevin Willis's release. Yeah, I was greening that heavy when I was using him. Anyway, he's not that good. Limited is kind of whack. You can use what? Let me take a look here and see what you can use in limited. I'm gonna go in and talk about the cards in a second. I'm just curious about limited. I mean, I'm gonna go get Scott Pollard for funsies, but why are they giving us a ruby Scott Pollard for this? So 1 opal and 1 pink diamond. Well, up to, and then the remaining cards are amethyst and lower. So we'll talk about those tomorrow, but it is what it is. Let's look at the real news. Level Up packs are bringing new Evo players for the first time ever get their evolved versions in 2 ways. Now, I don't even know what to say about this. Let me finish, I guess. Evo by completing gameplay requirements, or Evo by exchanging with new Level Up event cards. So you actually, all Level Up player and event cards will be auctionable. So I'm guessing that the Evos are going to be ridiculous, right? If they're bringing this into the game, the Evos are going to be absolutely ridiculous. Evos that were going to be like, you know what? 2K20 Evos. If you guys remember 2K20 Evos, oh my word. This is probably more what I would assume they're going to be like. I want to see if they say the Evo requirements on here, because I'm not sure if they do. If they do, my word, let's see. Who's an Evo requirement? Or who's an Evo card that I remember? Ben Wallace had an Evo, right? So, Evo. 300 dunks, 300 3-pointers, 125 blocks, 100 assists, and 25 double-doubles. Now, granted, Ben Wallace got super good and stuff, but, like, yeah, that's kind of what we're expecting at this point. Like, that's what I'm expecting anyway. Like, if they're adding a second element to Evos, I guarantee they're going to be absolutely ridiculous, dude. Now, that being said, is this cool? I don't know, man. I guess it's kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, like, sort of, I suppose. I don't think there's anything really like too crazy going on here, but I think for the most part, it's kind of sick. I guess. I don't know. I don't have strong opinions about these. I don't know what you want from me, dude. They're like whatever. So then we got Agent Zero. Here's the thing about Agent Zero, right? Like, I don't know what kind of like vice grip Gilbert Arenas has on the producers and the game developers over at 2K in the My Team space, because like for whatever reason, also fully expect these not to go up to a dark matter, fully expect these to go to a 98 opal. Maybe they raise them to a dark matter because they accidentally leaked the dark matters next week. I'm not entirely sure, but anyways, I don't know what Gilbert Arenas, what dirt he has on the 2K developers or whatever, because there's like so many deserving point guards that would like a Galaxy Opal or a Dark Matter for that reason, right? Just like when Pink Diamond Gilbert Arenas comes out, there's always point guards we want to see more, but then they just give us Gilbert Arenas. I don't understand. That being said, I like Gilbert Arenas. I grew up watching Gilbert Arenas, right? I like him in game. I don't ever particularly use him for very long, but like I like using him occasionally. I'm just baffled because they're always giving us Gilbert Arenas cards. I think he's just like the perfect like burner card, right? Where they're like, man, I don't know who to throw in here to be like the troll card in packs. And they're like, dude, throw No Chill Gil in there. Also, why does it say heat up the hibachi? What does that mean? Is there something about Gilbert Arenas I'm not aware of? Like, why does it say that? Is it because he's grilling? I don't. Because he's no chill. Because he's not chill. So you got to fire up the grill. I don't know what that means. Somebody let me know what that means down in the comments because I don't understand that. I don't know. Then we got Big Wilt. Now, Wilt has an Evo. I would fully expect his Evo to give him the ability to shoot. Gilbert Arenas, I would guess that his Evo is probably going to give him, some sort of defensive capabilities. As you can see, the city is hot. You can just hear mad sirens driving by my apartment right now. Yeah, I would assume that he's probably defensive in nature. He already kind of dunks, he already shoots, so I would guess he's like a lockdown defender. So that's my assumption. Wilt is going to be able to shoot, and I'll go into these cards in depth and kind of talk about them, and at least go into like their sigs and stuff like that. But it remains to be seen. I don't think they're going to do a Shaq thing where he can only shoot mid ranges and free throws. I think he will be able to splash threes. That's just my assumption. Wilt, if that's the case, for a short period of time, he's going to be a top tier center. And the reason I say short period of time is you're not going to be able to add any badges to him. So I don't know how long he's going to be super fire. You know what I mean? And then we got Paul George. I mean, to be completely honest, I'm just not really that excited about Paul George. Paul George cards are always good, but they're always just way too expensive. I don't know what his little Evo is going to be. I don't know. But it'd be super funny if they gave him Hall of Fame clutch shooter. Yeah, I really don't know what they're going to do to Paul George. He's usually pretty well-rounded. He does play small forward, power forward, which I think is like super disappointing for the people who have enough MT to purchase this card realistically. I don't think it really affects his like price that much anymore. I used and like 6 times right there in the sentence. I'm sorry, I'm exhausted. I've been up since 6. Leave me alone. Realistically, they're going to drop like another card over here at like 7. I don't know who it's going to be. Now, the other thing I wanted to touch on too with Wilt Chamberlain is he going to have an NBA 75 card? I would assume he does have an NBA 75 card because we still need an NBA 75 Wilt. That's unfortunate for a variety of reasons, mainly because he's wearing a Philadelphia jersey. So that means he's going to be a 1960s player, which sucks because I was trying to, fill out and lock in that decade, but that doesn't look like it's going to be the case because Wilt's going to be like 300K. His NBA 75 card is going to be significantly worse than this one because he won't be able to shoot. So maybe I have hope. Maybe he's a buyout Opal. I guess we'll find out. Now, I do fully expect some other cards to be in the mix too. I think we're going to get some NBA 75 cards in here. I mean, let's look, for instance, let's take a look at New Year's resolutions. And the reason I say that is this is like a perfect indication of what we're going to be looking at here. Right? So we got our little Wilt Chamberlain right here. He's going to have his NBA 75 card. Yeah, we got Paul George. We got Gilbert Arenas. I would expect like another pink diamond to Opal transformation. That's probably going to be NBA 75 as well. I could see that being... It'd be really cool if it was Bob Pettit. It would. That would be sick. But it could be realistically anyone off this list. It could be Carmelo Anthony. Could be Bob Pettit. Could be Pistol Pete Maravich. I think he would be incredible. Could even be like Dolph Schayes or Bill Sharman. Or Jerry Lucas. Jerry Lucas could also be it. I honestly don't know. Now, the reason I wanted to touch on these cards specifically, though, is because these cards had, I would have to say, the worst longevity out of any cards that we've seen in 2K22 My Team, period. Like, if we're looking at promo sets, I'm dead serious. This is the absolute worst longevity. Like, the card with the most longevity here is probably Buddy Hield, just because he's like a really good, like, budget 2. Like, until Tyler Hero came out, he was probably like one of the best budget 2s you could buy that could kind of do a little bit of everything, you know what I mean? But I still like Caldwell. Like, Caldwell's still really good. He didn't have the longevity. People didn't give him respect at the time. No respect for Caldwell. Now, that being said, there's cards in here that were good. Like, I liked Scotty Barnes at the time. Caldwell I liked. Boozer I liked. Westbrook was pretty okay. Certain people still use Dwayne Wade. People still use Luka too, to a certain extent. Shaq was tight for a while, so it's not like these cards were bad. but they didn't have the same longevity. And I feel like a lot of that comes from the fact that you can't add badges to them. I personally don't mind that. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm not a badge up my cards kind of guy for the most part anyway, because I'm poor. But like, you know, I'm just saying temper your expectations is all I'm saying in regards to like how influential and how tight this set is going to be. So let's take a look at some cards. Let's look at Big Wilt here. Now, Big Wilt has an absolutely atrocious release. Set shot 17. It's heinous. Straight up terrible. You would know that if you've used Bill Russell, Dennis Rodman. You know, weirdly enough, I don't think it's bad on Alonzo Mourning. I don't know what it is. Probably because I'm just used to him having a terrible release, honestly. Who's another card? Eddie Curry, but those are really the only shooters. Yeah, the only shooters that have it are like Bill Russell and Rodman, I guess. You want to consider him a shooter. Release 32 upper. The Darko upper, Sam Perkins. I mean, it's not very good. He kind of goes, kind of like Sean Marion, but like higher up. It's not good. It is what I'm getting at here. If he shoots, like, expect him to have blinders. Expect him to have. It'd be cool if he had Chef and a little ball handle action. That would be sick. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. You know what I mean? If he gets a shooting Evo, I would assume he would have gold limitless. Like, you know what? I honestly, let's be 100% real here. I don't think he'd be that much different than this card right here. Just better, obviously. Better with better badges, but kind of what we saw stats-wise from this card is kind of what I expect to see from Wilt. Like, I expect around an 88 three-pointer after the Evo, you know, decent speed. Gold limitless with like half catch and shoot, corner specialist, probably like gold Deadeye. Probably has like blinders and hot zone hunter with like good hot zones as well. This is the card you want to try out if you're thinking about grabbing Wilt. Go pick up Bill Russell. He's like 5,000 MT. You can go test the jump shot out and you can see if you even like remotely want this card. Like truly. Let's go check out Arenas. I mean, if you want Arenas, cool. If not, I don't. He's a 6'3" point guard with a 6'9" wingspan. That's pretty good. If they keep the jump shot 11 release, I think people are gonna like have a meltdown and cry. So I don't know. I personally like it. So they probably give him Brook Lopez base because that's what they do every single time now. I mean, he'll be a pretty good offensive point guard, but I don't think anything like, you know, crazy is going on with him realistically. Then we got Paul George. I mean, we know what's up with Paul George. He's going to have Paul George base with Paul George dribble style. He's going to be a slight upgrade on this one. Better badges. I mean, this one already had 44 gold badges, so just expect them to take the gold badges and throw some on like the Hoff. So like I would assume he has like Hoff corner specialist, and then they'll have like gold limitless spot up, right? He'll probably have like a Hoff set shooter, you know. They'll give him like, I don't know, Hoff unpluckable. I was gonna say unpluffable or something. Yeah, that's not what I meant. Hoff quick first step, probably. They'll probably give him clamps. Like, I don't know, dude. Paul George, he's going to be like 500K for like no reason whatsoever. Just wait 2 weeks to buy him, and I guarantee you'll be able to get him for significantly cheaper. So let's take a look at the market and see if there's anything that's really changed or anything. I don't expect much of a change, but it's worth taking a look anyhow. So, all right, first things first. You got to go get my man Scott Pollard. Like, you have to go get Scott Pollard. Scott Pollard is sick. Like, he literally looks, I don't know what he looks like, to be honest. Like, he looks like 4 different decades combined. Like, he's got that long face of like people from 1950, 1960, you know, long face kind of guy. But he's also got like straight new metal aesthetics. So I don't really know what's going on. I hope somebody understands what I'm saying when I say 1950s, 60s long face kind of thing, because they don't really make faces like that anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like I have kind of a long face, and even I don't look like that anymore. So let's take a look at the market. I don't expect like a huge drop off of anything. I'm going to be so mad when this Will Chamberlain hits the spot. Like, I'm going to be so upset. So mad. I mean, we could see Rodman take a hit, but there's like none of them left. Kobe, I expected to be a buyout, but we'll see Kobe reach buyout threshold next week, I think. Look at all these 26 Hoff badge Kobe. Just keep your 26 Hoff badge Pink Diamond Kobe. Psycho. Just keep it. You don't need the new one. It'll have less Hoff badges and you'll be upset. I promise. I just did this in a whole video, dude. Just listen to me. There's 2 Anthony Davises, so you know nobody is selling AD right now. This pack is really not instilling any sort of, I don't know, selling response from the market realistically. Like, I don't think anyone really cares. There's a decent amount of Bronze up. I think your time to make MT on Bronze over, though, realistically. You can still pick up Kawhi for relatively cheap. I mean, if you can find like a 12 or above Hoff badge Kawhi, he's still going to be more than usable. Like, this one's got 14 Hoff badges, dude. Like, he's going to be probably, he's got Hoff, Chef, and stuff. He's going to be better than majority of the cards that come out over the next 2 weeks in sets anyway, you know? Like, that's just a fact. Like, there's nothing wrong with Kawhi at this point. Like, look, as much as your boy wants T-Mac next week, he's going to be like 7 kajillion MT. I'm not going to be able to afford it, straight up. And that hurts me on a deep spiritual and emotional level. And it is what it is. Now, who else could drop in price a little bit due to this news? Small forwards, realistically. I don't think we see Terry drop too much. I mean, we've already seen him kind of drop a little bit. Yeah, I know there's some Terrys up. I mean, he's definitely cheap. Like, he's cheaper than he was for sure. But that being said, like, he's not that much cheaper. Oh, yeah, mine's got 11 Hoff. Suck it. You got Hoff Chef? Oh, I don't have Hoff Chef. I'm an idiot. I don't. What do I have over this one? That one's got me on putback, boss. You got me, sir. Oh, he has a rhythm shooter and bullet passer. All right. If I can find a Hoff Chef Terry for like 70K, I'm confident 100%. So I'm definitely keeping my eyes open for Terry Dissingers that may be upgraded in some capacity for sure. Preferably Hoff Chef, which I see. I might cop that. This one's got 80. Let's see. Slithery finisher or something. I don't know. I don't think he's really going to go that much up price wise. Looking at the B set, we could see Karolinko drop in price a little bit. That's just due to market stuff. Like, I don't think it's anything crazy, but Kristaps, I don't think we see drop very much. It depends how good the cards are. This thing's got 16 Hoff badge Porzingis. You psychotic person. This man put Hoff Chef on Porzingis. That's kind of funny, to be honest. Shout out to my man Porzingis out here getting traded to Washington. That's pretty tight. This is a holographic Porzingis. Dope. That's sick. I'm sorry. I mean, we could see like a drop off on like regular Anthony Davis, or like, nah, Giannis doesn't drop off ever, so it doesn't matter. Yee would be one I would see a drop off in Yee, and there's some badged up Yees too. He's still really, really good for sure. I'm just trying to think of who Paul George really affects market wise. And I mean, outside of KD and LeBron, as far as like top tier options, I don't think he really, because he doesn't play shooting guard. So I don't think he really affects anyone. There's so many good small forward, power forwards. So I don't think anyone specifically gets affected. Now I'm hoping my boy MJ drops in price a little bit so I can go cop him at some point, because I'm a big fan of Michael Jordan, period. Michael Jordan. Embiid may drop in price a little bit, but I still don't think Wilt's going to be as good as Embiid, simply because he's got that set shot 17. I personally don't mind it, but like, let's be real, let's be candid. It's ass. It's terrible. Like, we all know that it's a terrible jump shot. Like, objectively speaking, it's awful. I would rather go to the gym and pick your local hooper. Whatever jump shot they're using, I would rather have than set shot. Yes, even the one with the kid. It was always a kid with the goggles who shot it behind his head. Yeah, I would take that over set shot 17, because like set shot 17 is absolutely terrible. Look, you know what kid I'm talking about. You know, he's a little bit on the portly side. No fat shaming. He wore the goggles, he shot the ball from behind his head. He probably had really, really fresh shoes for no reason. We all know who I'm talking about. I'll take that jump shot over set shot 17 10 out of 10 times, without a doubt. Yeah, KD is not coming down in price, like, at all. I just don't think Paul George really does anything. I don't. Like, I really don't. Like, if Anton Jameson was a auctionable card, I think I could see that happening. Kobe is not even a buyout. That should really tell you everything you need to know. Like, we know we're getting a new Kobe, and he's still not a buyout. So, Joe Johnson would be someone to monitor. I could see him dropping a bit. It just depends what the rest of the cards are. I mean, we could see a huge market collapse tomorrow. It remains to be seen. As always, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. Look, I'm going to be opening packs tomorrow. Granted, late. I won't be opening packs till about 5:30 p.m. Central Time, which I'll be honest, I'll be at work just staring at the new cards. Probably having a mental breakdown because I can't go open packs. So, send me encouraging words. I will see you guys tomorrow, though. I'll be dropping a few videos tomorrow. I plan on streaming tomorrow night, so I can come hang out with you guys. I'll probably be over on Twitch tomorrow night and then YouTube during the weekend at some point. So the tier lists are not done. I'm going to start finishing them. It's just I haven't had time, dude. Like, I can only realistically, mentally push out one video after like a 10-hour shift. So. Peace.